tell us how long you've been playing drums.
I've been playing drums since I was about 13.
Took lessons, just started playing on your own?
I originally started playing on a practice pad in junior high band.
Okay.
And I hated it.
Nah, really?
I wasn't making any noise.
Sure.
So I mean,
it gives you the first entry level into band, but you're not really doing much.
Not making any noise at all. And
like hit the cymbal.
Yeah.
Ding. Yeah. There's your big moment, you know?
Yeah. But after that, a buddy of mine, he lived like across town.
Okay.
And he spotted a drum set next to a dumpster.
Wow.
Turned out to be a four-piece Slingerland kit.
Nice.
So the wrap was all torn up.
Sure.
So
there ain't nothing that can't be taken apart and refixed, and
So I ended up getting it home. My mom drove me down to get it.
Nice.
And I get it home, and I pull all the old wrap off. I paint it.
Nice.
I use some good old spray paint.
Nice.
And I had that for a while. Then I went to a Premier kit whenever I moved here.
Nice. Shout out Premier Drums.
Yeah. And then after that, I went to a Pearl double bass kit.
Okay.
And then took a break for a while.
How long was your break?
I want to say about 15 years.
What was the reason? What was the break?
Just wasn't playing live, wasn't really doing anything with the band that I was in, so just ended up selling the kit. And the rack that I had ended up getting rusted really bad.
Oh, sure.
Living in Florida.
Sure.
But yeah, after that I played guitar for a bit.
Okay.
Then
what made you kind of come back full circle into this?
I want to say it's probably the best way to release aggression.
Sure. I mean, obviously we see the science behind playing drums. For those of you who don't follow that kind of stuff, I mean, there is a science behind these types of things, where reduction of anxiety, reduction of stress, a reduction of just overall anxiousness dealing with when it comes to drums. We put out all those drum facts specifically so to help people, maybe even to think, hey, when I'm dealing with this, maybe there's a way that I can go set up a practice pad, go set up an electronic kit or a real kit. Maybe it's just, that's what I kind of tell people all the time. Yeah, like we play drums for a living. Like we have made this our lives. But drums has a lot of value to it, in the sake if you're stressed out and you need something to kind of release something out, here's a kind of a good way to be able to do that.
Yeah. Especially since I'm not promoting violence or anything. But beating people up is kind of frowned upon.
Right. Very frowned upon.
Yes. So this is my way of beating up people.
Sure. like you, I took a break for a while as well. It was kind of like I'm touring playing guitar, so I haven't even really thought about playing drums. And then this opportunity came where it was like, hey, I gotta think of exercise a little bit differently now.
Yeah.
As I'm older, I just play drums to be in the studio, whatever that looked like. But then having to have a honest conversation, like, hey, I'm dealing with a disease that's breaking down some of my body. I have to figure out ways to be able to replenish those muscles, get back into muscle memory, things like that. The challenges, I'm not even doing the extreme side of what you're doing. I'm doing, tamed down stuff, compared to this, but I can only, just having dealt with this over the last 6 months, just the muscle memory that you have to go through, especially playing something like this, it does take a toll. So it's kind of wild to look at it from that perspective. Even more, both of us took a break from playing drums for a while, so it's interesting now to kind of see both of us and having to relearn some of these muscle memory patterns. So when I mentioned this to you, that was one of the big things. Is I'm curious now, because like I said, what's you guys' average BPM per song?
The average is probably 160.
Okay.
But our fastest is 240.
Okay. So you're galloping, man. So so it's real fast. Running. And for those who don't know, BPM is beats per minute. So every song has some sort of clocking to it for us to be able to play to in the studio. Some bands use it, some bands don't. But in this case, we can able to actually kind of structure and or kind of see, hey, in 200 at a song in 6 minutes at 260 beats, like we can actually kind of break down and see how many calories this is kind of burned. So I'm very curious to kind of see what it takes. So Joe's wearing one of the mighty watch here to be able to track his calories. So what we're going to do here shortly is we're going to start the first song and then be able to show you guys just a run through of what he's playing just for the first song. And then the next one will be actually him working out, kind of going through this. So, but let's kind of see how this works.
It's like it never started, but I hit the resume button.
So I have no idea.
But okay, so the first time it was 54. You want to take a guess now?
Where are we at now?
The set's like 32 minutes long.
Okay.
It's at 374.
Okay. So that's a good beat. Yeah, because you started. Yeah, the first song was how much? What was the first song?
The first run through I did it was 54.
Okay, so the rest of the name itself 300 and what?
374.
That's including the 54 more. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty solid and that's what 35 minutes.
Like 32 and a half.
Because one of the things that I kind of wondered about was when it comes to the speed. Because like obviously with rock you're doing more arm flings and
right.
Things like that. With metal you're using wrist and ankle control more than you are full motion. So I was curious as to what that was going to portray.
Yeah. It's kind of basically like what you were doing.
Yeah.
So it's around that same time.
Okay. So that also proves the theory that it doesn't necessarily have to be super fast music. I mean, even fast music doesn't equate to more calories.
Right.
So it actually just breaks.
Sweat a lot.
That's maybe a reason.
Yeah.
Minutes over a minute, I was like, whoa. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You listen to me?
Yeah, I was like,
keep
breathing, bro. That's funny. So, okay, cool. Well, that kind of makes it easy then. So, okay. Now we at least have a better understanding of what that was doing. So, I'm curious to let's try a couple more. We'll try a couple different more genres of music and let's see which genre runs the most out.
Yeah.